to my channel, MoonTide Empress. So today's reading is going to be what to expect in the next 3 months. I'm going to draw 3 piles as usual. And remember that this is a collective reading. If you want a more personal reading, I do have my links down below in the description box. I have my Etsy and my Instagram below, as well as contact information. Today's reading is going to be what to expect in the 3 months, what to expect on the journey there, and kind of a reflection on what you've been working on in the past leading up to this moment. So I'm going to start with pile number 1. And I also have my Sacred Empowerment deck. This is not only for affirmations, positive affirmations, or messages from spirit or your angels, guides, deities, etc. But it's also kind of a way to clarify the message as well. For example, maybe you've been thinking of a question or an answer. This is kind of a good way to clarify the question that you've been asking. For those of you guys who want crystals, I usually put them down at the end after shuffling for all the piles. So this is going to be for number 2. And lastly, but not least, pile number 3. Okay, and for those of you guys who want crystals, pile number 1 is going to be this floor right here. Number 2, we have carnelian. And number 3, is blue agate. Okay, so if you need to, pause the video because I'll be starting number 1 in just a few moments. Okay, those of you guys who chose pile number 1. Okay, so usually I do the clarifications off camera, but for today and kind of for ASMR, lo-fi ASMR's sake, I kind of want to do some of the shuffling and clarifications here. So let's start off with the first one. This is kind of a reflection of what you've been working on. So 9 of Arrows, dedication. This I'm going to take as at face value. There's something that you've been working on, something that you've been dedicating your time in life to. So we have this one there. We have 5 of Arrows, frustration, in reversed. So this is what to expect on the journey. This one I'm taking as maybe all your work and effort is going to be paid off, or you're going to see some rewards in your work. So maybe in the past you've been putting a lot of work and energy into it. You've been kind of feeling frustrated, but on the journey you kind of see a lot more reward for yourself. And then Queen of Stones, pair in reversed. So this is the one I want to clarify. So the reason I do so many clarifications on mine is because as an intuitive reader, the cards I see here don't exactly always match the description in the book or even their Rider-Waite Tarot equivalent. So I'm going to do clarification for Queen of Stones pair. But before I draw a card, my first, I guess, intuition is thinking that maybe the direction you're going to could take a turn, or maybe you're thinking about a new direction or a new path. Okay, so we have 2 of Vessels, attraction. Maybe there's something in your life that caught your attention or something that you are more attracted to. I feel like it's more of an opportunity than an actual person, but for some of you it could be a person as well. Okay, so yeah. So I feel like this is saying we have 10 of Arrows, instruction, and 2 of Vessels, attraction. So I feel like these are clarifications for this card. I feel like these two are saying that, as I said before, you could be taking a new path, a new direction, or something else kind of caught your eye. But maybe for some of you, kind of worried that taking this new path might incite some judgment from other people, or that you're worried that other people might think you're wasting your time or anything like that. And I do think that these 2 cards clarify that message. So we have, I open my heart to receive love more fully, and I allow myself to simply experience this without judgment. So yeah, whether it's a person or an opportunity, for most of you, like I said before, I think it's an opportunity or a new path. I think it's saying to follow your heart, to kind of use your intuition. Don't follow what anyone else is saying. Other people, they could be trying to protect you, but for them it could be their fears being projected onto you. So again, use your instinct, use your intuition, follow your heart. Of course, use some logic as well. Don't just go into things without thinking about it, but at the same time, you know what's best for you. So that was pile number 1. I hope that resonated with you. If it did, and if you're new here, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more of these videos. And as I said before, I did my personal readings down below. On my social media is MoonTide Empress, and I'm moving on to pile number 2. Okay, Number 2, for those of you guys who chose carnelian. Okay. So if you haven't seen pile number 1, I said that I usually do my clarifications off camera so it doesn't take up battery space or memory space since I'm using my cell phone. But for this one, I wanted to do the shuffling and clarifications on camera. But before I do, I'm just going to go off my first gut instinct of what this is saying. So for lots of you, this might be manifestations or going towards a goal. So this is kind of what to expect in the next 3 months. This is your journey, and this is what you've been working on in the past. So yeah, because of this, I kind of see this as a manifestation card, or you kind of going towards a goal. And for this one, and actually for these two together, I kind of see these two as maybe on the journey there's going to be some hardships, some setbacks, or some things I need to clear out, some kind of heavy energies, maybe negative energies that I need to clear out. So this one says, I choose to rely on my true living essence and allow heaven energies move through me. So yeah, if you're going through hardships or setbacks, this is saying to kind of let that pass, have healthy coping mechanisms to deal with it, and don't give up just because you run into these problems. So that's my first instinct, but I do want to clarify this just in case. Before I clarify this, I want to clarify this one first. We have Ace of Arrows, the Breath of Life, in reversed. This one I'm kind of taking as an inaction card, or maybe you've been waiting on the sidelines to do something, or maybe something in the past wasn't really resonating with you, or you didn't really know what to do. So okay. We also have Three of Arrows, Jealousy, which is equivalent to Three of Swords. So for this, I'm kind of saying that a lot of you might have dealt with negative self-talk and setbacks. So these two coincide because of negative talks, negative setbacks, and things like that. I'm kind of telling you that you need to clear this energy, or else your journey is going to be still muddled with heavy energies and not negative energies, especially from your own thought patterns. But if you deal with that, if you kind of develop healthy coping mechanisms, then you will be able to see kind of the light at the end of the tunnel. So, is there anything else I wanted to say for this one? So yeah, this is basically, I wouldn't say this is, I mean, I guess it is, but it's kind of like a warning card. So it's telling you that you need to deal with whatever issue is going on with this. If it's negative self-talk or anything like that, if you don't deal with this, then this I also see as your goals kind of being pushed in the distance as well. So this one kind of has two meanings for those of you guys who are working on this issue, and those of you guys who will eventually heal your issues and heal yourself. So on one side, if you still deal with heavy negative energies, or you still have this negative self-talk about yourself, then I kind of see this house as your goal kind of being pushed ahead. So it's kind of like you're in this long tunnel, and whatever you're reaching for is kind of in the distance. But at the same time, for those of you guys who do heal your energy, heal your heavy energies, and kind of have more positive compassion for yourself, then this is kind of like the light at the end of the tunnel. So basically, keep pushing yourself forward. Make sure that you deal with your heavy energies and be more connected to your higher self, your guides or angels, or whatever it is you do to kind of raise your vibrations. So that was part number 2. If that resonated with you, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe down below. And as I said before, I do have personal readings down below as well. Alright, I'm going to move on to pile number 3. Okay, pile number 3. You guys chose a blue lace agate. Okay, as I said in the last 2 piles, I usually do clarifications off camera, but today, mostly for kind of lo-fi ASMR sakes, I kind of wanted to do the clarification and shuffling on camera. So, I'm gonna start off with okay. So we have what you've been working on, what to expect on the journey there, and what to expect in the 3 months. And of course, you have your affirmation card. Okay, so before I shuffle and do some clarification, I just kind of want to go off my gut instinct, what I think the card is saying. So this one I think is about manifestations, or you kind of practicing the law of abundance, or law of attraction. This one, I'm going to do clarification, but I think it's just saying that usually when I see this card, this stoat is looking in a different direction, or they're thinking about taking a new path. So it could be something to do with that as well. I also kind of see this as a hesitation card as well. For some reason, the Page of Bows is one of those cards that just has multiple meanings that honestly almost confuse me. And we have 4 Stones Protection. So I kind of see this as you stepping out of your comfort zone, or you not being so closed off, or being so sheltered. Okay, so I'm going to clarify this one. It's the Stoat card and the Otter card, I think, have kind of similar meanings to me because they kind of look similar. Okay, we have 2, the Seer card in reversed. So that's equivalent to the High Priestess. Oh, yeah, there's your Otter card again. Okay, so yeah, both the Otter and the Stoat card, I usually see it as someone kind of looking in the distance, or looking at new opportunities, or looking for a new direction. So the Page of Vessels Otter, in most readings, and I think for this one as well, it's usually someone who's looking in the distance for something, or someone who's longing for something, or maybe someone who thinks that the grass is greener on the other side. And yeah, this is kind of similar. So this is kind of someone who, this is like someone who's like, what if I took this direction instead? And you kind of see that they're kind of hesitating to do that. But let's see. Okay, so for most of you, I think this is more about you're kind of questioning your path rather than the hesitation. So you could be on the path towards something, but at the same time, you're not really sure if you're in the right path or if you're using your intuition correctly. Like I said before, this is equivalent to this to the High Priestess card, which has to do with I believe intuition as well. So maybe you're kind of questioning your intuition, you're kind of questioning the path that you're on. Alright, so yeah. I also pulled the Three of Arrows, Jealousy, which is the Three of Swords, equivalent in the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. So, yeah, as I said before, I think this is about you kind of questioning where you are, questioning your intuition, or maybe thinking that things might be better for other people for some of you. This is saying, I see the light and choose to reside in its loving presence. This is saying that, one, don't worry about other people, and also two, you are on the right path. Just, if other people are seemingly doing better than you, or if other people, if it looks like they are in a better path than you, don't look at them for guidance, or don't compare yourself to them. So focus on your light, focus on your path. Just keep working on this law of attraction. For some of you, it might seem like it's not working. So see your card in reverse. I'll see this as a manifestation card. For some of you, you might think that your manifestations aren't coming to fruition. And yeah, as I said before, focus on the light, focus on your path, focus on raising your vibration, being in a more positive mindset. And as I said before, I think this is about kind of getting out of your comfort zone, but at the same time, this is about you kind of breaking away from negative thought patterns, or breaking away from restrictive thought patterns as well. Okay, so that was pile number 3. If you guys resonated with that, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, especially if you're new here for more of these videos. And as I said before, I do have my personal readings down below in the description box. Okay.